How are we, the Red Men? It's the post-match pint. Liverpool have just thrashed Newcastle at Anfield. The top of the league by some distance, the top of the league by 6 points, 7 points clear of Manchester City. And remember those days when we were worried about Manchester City's goal difference? Liverpool's goal difference is 36, Manchester City's goal difference is 36. We're going to win the fucking league, aren't we, Damien?
Yes, we are, Gav. Yes, we are indeed. We were great, weren't we, today?
Superb.
The well-oiled machine continues to grind on. Never looked in doubt the game today. Liverpool are controlling games, managing games. Job done.
I mean, it's Sam when Dejan Lovren turns into Steven Gerrard,
isn't it? Well, what do you expect from one of the greatest defenders in the world? You know, what a great goal. You know, I was really pleased today with the starting lineup. A lot of people were thinking about rotation.
Really, fully strong.
But I think, and I think that was Jurgen's making a statement here, saying, listen, that last weekend went all right. I tell you what, I'm going to take full advantage of this, full speed ahead. Let's have this. Let's at the minimum, let's keep that advantage. And it turns into an increased advantage now, hasn't it? So, made up with the starting lineup, made up with the attitude. Top of the league.
And he plays his strongest side. We blow Newcastle away. Newcastle do what we expected them to do. Everyone behind the ball. Rafa Benitez's side tries to come for a point. They weren't good enough. Liverpool were much, much better than them. Fully deserved big winners on the day. But it appears we are officially in Manchester City's heads now. They've lost 2-1 to Leicester. Gary next to me on the Cops won a lot of money because I said to him at half time, 6-1 looks all right for Leicester there, you know. And he's had a bit of money on that. Where do we go from here?
We're not just in the heads. We completely occupy every single waking thought that all of them have. Whether it's their supporters, their players, their bald idiot of a manager, not one of them can hack this Liverpool team at this moment in time. And it's ever since we went top. They cannot handle the fact that we went top against Bournemouth. Since then, they've played 4 games, they only won 1, and it was against Everton, so it didn't count. If an actual proper football team that was trying to win the game had turned up and played against them, they'd have lost 4 in a row because they've completely and utterly lost the bottle over Liverpool. And it's a testament to the fact that we've had this great season so far, and you know all the other stuff about the squad depth and things have improved since last season. But it's also a testament to the fact that we are mentally stronger than them. Because earlier in the season, when we're 2 points behind and whatever for a sustained period of time, we could have just dropped a couple of points here and there.
Just kept knocking.
We could have just kept that lead could have just kept increasing little by little, and eventually you get to this stage and you're 7 points behind Manchester City. But we're the ones that have been completely and utterly relentless over the course of this season so far, and they're the ones that have not just shown a crack by this point. They need to rebuild themselves completely back up after this run of form that they've been on and the run of results. They're in a position now where they're not even second. They've gone from top, being absolutely comfortable, looking like no team in the league could beat them, to now at the stage where they're absolutely desperate for a win against Southampton next. And Southampton are in a bit of form as well. And I'm at the point where I'm looking at them from a few weeks ago thinking, how are we going to make this advantage up? How are we going to make this goal difference up to when we go and play them, we might be 10 ahead.
Exactly. I mean, I was just about to say, Damien, you know, there's the phrase, isn't there? Don't get ahead of yourself. And, you know, there's a long way to go and a lot of games to go and a lot of twists and turns. But also, though, we're just footy fans, and we're allowed to get ahead of ourselves.
100%, yeah. You know, if Jurgen come out and he says, well, we've already won the league, or the players, or...
Yeah, we'd all be like, lad, what you doing?
Or Degsy says we'll go all season unbeaten, something like that, then, you know, that's daft. But as fans, you can't just, like, stand there and say, well, I respectfully don't mind if we don't win. We've got to enjoy this season. It's been, what is it, 51 points? We've got 51 points now.
Something mad, something glass, it sounds about right.
I think it is that, yeah.
What an incredible point. So, I think what you were saying about there, about not letting other results affect you, we were talking about Man City because of their 100 points last season, because they probably will finish second, good luck to them. But the focus that we've shown has been fantastic. I feel like Billy Shankly famously says it's a marathon, not a sprint, the league championship race. I think Jurgen's like riding it like the Grand National, and we've just done a complete circuit, and we just blinkers on. Never mind their score. Yeah, never mind their issues. Never mind anything else. I've got this team. He's tweaked the team. It's much more efficient now. And he's just going, I'll clear this hurdle. I'll clear this hurdle. You are excused. Gesundheit, as Jurgen would say. Right? So I'll clear this hurdle. I'll just keep focused. Don't worry about nothing else. Just win your game, and someone else will hit a hurdle, someone else will give you a little bonus, and then where do you land? I think he's timed us so he knows that we're going to be in the race, in the finishing stretch, and we could be clear. Well, we're in a fucking good position now, aren't we? You know what I mean? Just hold our nerve, don't do anything different.
I think you're spot on there, because all the little things that, like, I almost think like football like drives itself outside of the actual playing of the football by really negative things. Like, you know, like everything's quite negative about the way football's talked about and assessed and done in the media. So, you know, Liverpool have been fantastic. We've enjoyed the ride, as Jürgen keeps saying, to get to this point. But what we've had from the media is, in the last 10 years though, every team that's been top of the league went on to win it, apart from Liverpool in this year and this year. And you saw Jürgen say, what a load of bullshit. And I was made up he did that because it's a different team, different time, different opposition, different league. But also as well, when you actually look back at that, like everyone was happy to go and put that out. The BBC are happy to put it out, Sky are happy to put it out, other fans are happy to talk about it. They don't say Liverpool were top in 2013-14 on goal difference. Liverpool were top in 08-09 by 1 point. They weren't fucking top by 6 points with a shitload of goals in the bag, with the same goal difference as Man City. 7 points of Man City, ahead of Man City now, who apparently are the best team that football has ever seen.
Yeah.
So this is different. This isn't that. So that's irrelevant. That's bollocks. And you know, even little things like the Dejan thing. Everyone went, oh fucking hell, he's come out and mouthed off. Yeah. He's going to put one in the back of his own net. Nah, he's just going to score a worldie.
Just score the worldie. Great points, yeah.
And so it's like, you know, all these little things that seem to have tripped up Liverpool in the past and got in their heads. They're in the right place mentally, all of them it seems.
None of it matters. What happened in 2008, 2009 has absolutely no bearing on what happens now. Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané and Fernandinho aren't sat in a dressing room tonight going, but they shit the bed in 08-09, so it'll all be alright. Yeah. Because they're the ones doing it now. Yeah, they're the ones that can't handle it. This Liverpool team hasn't lived this before. None of these players have lived this before to this extent. This manager hasn't lived this in this league to this extent. And they're all absolutely dealing with it perfectly. They're dealing with it in a way that no one else can handle. And we're fully entitled to be enjoying this. Liverpool could lose every single game between now and the end of the season and finish 10th. But there's no point worrying about that because you're top of the league at Christmas with 6 points, difference between you.
And
if that's not what you're in it for, then I don't know what you are. Yeah. So I'm sure that we're going to get really, really excited about this, and supporters of other teams on the internet are going to be taking the piss, saying, it's only December, and the media's still going to be maybe touting Manchester City as favourites because they've got bigger squad depth or whatever. But none of it matters one fucking dot, because right now tonight we're top of the table. It's Christmas. And we're clear. We're not even looking over our shoulders at this point. It's Tottenham. It's Tottenham in second, which is an incredible position to be in, considering what a few weeks ago they were completely written off by everyone else anyway. And you've just got to enjoy this. You've got to absolutely revel in it. And whatever happens will happen. But right now, there's not a single football team that we will face this season, whether in the league or in Europe, that I'm even a little bit worried about. Because every single context we've played a footy match in, whether we've gone away against a top level side, whether we've played at home against a side that wants to come and play 6 at the back and make it difficult, we've dealt with it, and we've dealt with it with consummate ease. Man City couldn't beat Wolves, Chelsea couldn't beat Wolves, Tottenham just about held on at Molineux. We were absolutely comfortable at the end. Newcastle have been fairly tough opposition for some teams. United only just managed to beat them. We've absolutely put it past them tonight.
We get points against Leicester.
Exactly. We went there and we won it. And although, Alisson makes that error and stuff, we're really, really comfortable in that game. And Man City have gone and shat the bed there. It's testament to the absolute self-belief and living in the moment that this team's doing right now.
I think you're spot on,
City play in the context, I think. The only reason they lose to Chelsea and the only reason they go on this run is because we've beat Bournemouth in the daytime. And there's a goal there where Mohamed Salah's in, Steve Cook steps all over his ankle ligaments and tries to absolutely ribbon him, and Salah just puts the ball in the net anyway. And if you're every other football team, you're watching that and going, how do we deal with that? What are we meant to do? If you can't kick him out the game, if you try and kick him out the game and he just puts it in the net anyway, what do we do?
That's the thing, isn't it? That's the thing about this Liverpool now. This is a very good Liverpool. You've watched a lot of Liverpool, sorry mate.
You always throw in me senior citizen status for the contributors.
But I'm happy to accept it, very good Liverpool. And that is right to say, how do you beat them? How do you stop them? Because they can do lots of different things now.
Indeed they can, and that's an interesting point there. Just to back up what you were saying there before, Liverpool haven't been in this territory recently in the Premier League. We're talking about that. Jürgen has won the league in a high-profile European league and overtaken a financial giant and gone past them. So he's our key man with the experience, and he spreads the positivity, doesn't he? And now we've got a team throwing me age in, seeing as you did. It's a 19-game unbeaten run from the start of the season. I was home and away when we went 29 games at the start from 87-8. And that team is heralded as the most attractive team that we've ever had, probably. And we've had some teams in all that time. I thought last season's team was just as attractive. Really, I thought it was that attractive. But of course, it wasn't quite as efficient. So Jurgen's done is he's looked at it and he's gone, how do we make this more efficient? We've just played every single team in the league and they've scored collectively as many goals against Alisson Becker as we have in the European Cup semi-final. Seven goals. How efficient is that? Going back to the start of the season as Liverpool fans, and everyone's so desperate for the title. The fucking worst thing you could hear every week. I don't watch anyone else's results. I just concentrate on us. But you dare, oh, City are already winning. City are already winning. City are already winning. The Scousers are already winning, has been said today.
Yeah.
And that's the change. So while Liverpool haven't proved anything over the years, they're exposed to like the comments what you're saying, oh, they've been to top of Christmas but he can't make it now. Watch the narrative change in the coming months, because this team can go toe-to-toe. This team can control a game. This team can go 1-0 up and you can say, game, set and match. This is, I personally think, you know, in the context of who we're up against and the way it is, if we go on, and I think we will, if we go on and win the league, this will be our greatest achievements in the footballing sense. Since Istanbul, which is the greatest achievement we've ever done, this is how heady the times are at the moment. You've got to be excited.
That's right, get excited about this Liverpool side. They're a great Liverpool side. Let's talk quickly a little bit more about today. We haven't done that much about the actual match. But I mean, the actual match was pretty good. There was loads of good performances. I don't know what you think. I still think there's probably another gear to go to, even though we've won 4-0. But if we just do like your top three from today, Dan, who stood out for you, who you made up for?
I think it's really boring saying it, but Mohamed Salah is just completely unplayable, isn't he? I felt so sorry for Paul Dummett, because what are you meant to do? Like, he just doesn't want to be there. He's had his Christmas yesterday and he's got to turn up and just get made a fool of for 90 minutes tonight. And he looks awful on the telly, even though he's probably not done that bad because no one else can stop him either. I thought Fabinho, when he came on, obviously gets the goal. No one in the ground has asked about the goal because everyone's watching the Leicester City score. We had a fella next to us who had one of them smartwatches on. And the let-off when he announced that Leicester had gone 2-1 up was incredible. It was like Dortmund 4-3 all over again. And Fabinho scores and everyone was like, oh yeah, good. But have they equalised yet?
Not everyone in the ground has got certain Wi-Fi passwords, shall we say.
Yeah.
And I've got one. And so everyone's like...
Are you passing that to me?
But it's mad, isn't it, like passing the information on. So he sees it's 2-1.
Went 2-1 and Gary was laughing his head off at me because I just went, it's 2-1! Leicester have scored!
And then you see the ripple effect.
What? Leicester have scored? I've done that, are you sure? Like, look at me phone and all that.
And you see the ripple effect as it spreads across the top and everyone's going mad again.
It was great.
And then the 90th minute, they're down to 10, and it happens again.
I just want to say...
Hang on, he was just up there.
And throwing me age...
Salah, Marco Brighton and Ricardo Pereira.
Throwing the age back into the equation there, that new technology of having someone else's scores on your phone. We had the transistors back in the day. We had them, and they were celebrated, you know what I mean? And if the score was coming through from somewhere else that Everton were getting beaten, we were going to go on to win the double. We celebrated it then. So nostalgia is what it used to be. Keep it going on the Wi-Fi, boys. Yeah?
Top three players, Liverpool players today.
Well, he only give you two.
I know, he's...
I'll give you another three then.
He's
Okay. I'm going to go to Shaq.
Yes.
Because he had 3 shots, I think, in the first 20 minutes. And that's creating the havoc. That shows the energy that he had at the start. And he deserved his goal. The other one I'm going to go Virgil. And upon this rock, Jurgen is building his church. That was a specific incident, no big deal. Chasing back towards the Kop goal, late on in the first half. He was going to give the ball back to Alisson. And Dejan was there, and as he was running, he went over there to Dejan, because he knew he was going to go, I'm going to bounce it off him so he can bounce it off you. And that control, and that calmness means clean sheets. 12 clean sheets out of 19 league games. So I'm having that. So there's 2 for the start. And I want to give it to Sadio. He keeps blasting him when he's 10 yards out. But I've got to say, the other one I've got to say, it's the personification of every working class Liverpoolian and the type of player that absolutely resonates with all of us. It's Andy Robertson. Humble, from nowhere, does the business, there's no one better, and he deserved his 10 minutes break at the end, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, I mean, that's it. We're bringing on Klein now, and everyone's fine with it. We're bringing on Fabinho, everyone's fine with it. He's scoring a goal, he's having a great Christmas. We're having a great Christmas. You're having a great Christmas. The Reds are top of the league.
We are singing it, aren't we?
Liverpool, top of the league! 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 As you're singing the top of it. Post-match pints in a bit, up the Reds.